What's up, B Squad, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing my everyday makeup routine update. I did a video about a month ago on how I did my everyday makeup, and a lot has changed from then. So this is just an updated, everyday makeup routine. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, and comment down below what other videos you guys would like to see from me. And don't forget to give this video a fat thumbs up. And if you guys are ready, come on me, let's stop talking, let's get right into the video. Alright, so first things first, I always use moisturizer before I put on, foundation, all that stuff, because I want to moisturize my face and make sure it's not all dry and flaky, because if it zooms in here, or focuses in, I should say, right here I have a lot of bad skin on the side of my noses, and I get a lot of flakes. So first things first is my moisturizer. The moisturizer that I'm going to be using is moisturizing lotion that I got from Walgreens. I'm just gonna put a little squirt, about like that much. That much probably might be too much, honestly, but we're just gonna rub it into my hands and then put it all over my face. Make sure you guys rub it in really good, and before actually using moisturizer, you want to make sure you clean your face with like a cleansing wipe or something, which I already did. So we're just gonna jump into the moisturizer, and then after I put on my moisturizer, I like look right here and I make sure I scratch off all the dead skin, because when I scratch it off, it makes my makeup look so much better. So I'm just gonna be like scratching. If you guys can see the dead skin coming off, that's what I'm just gonna be doing. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just, if you see dead skin and you want it off, I just scratch mine off. And then you wipe it away. Alright, so next thing that I use is some primer. I use primer just to set my face, and I use a matte finish primer because I want it to look, more dry than oily, if that makes sense. I don't like oily skin. My skin's already oily, therefore I'm gonna be using a matte kind of primer. And the primer that I'm gonna be using is a Neutrogena Control Primer. I got it from just your local Walgreens, Walmart, wherever you want. And I'm just gonna do like a little swiggle on both sides of my face, a dab right here, and then 2 dabs up here. And then after you do that, you just start mixing it in. I use my hands like this, and I go in like a circular motion. Make sure you guys get it in really good. Okay, so after that, I usually do my foundation first, but I'm gonna be doing my eyebrows just so I can get them out the way. I usually do one eyebrow at a time, so after I do one eyebrow, I put on foundation, and then after that side, I would do the other side. So we're gonna, jump into the eyebrows. The eyebrow stuff that I use this Luxbox 228 that I got from Luxbox brush, because I used to use the Anastasia stuff, but it stopped working for me, so I've been starting to use this. And then I use this Dip Brow Pomade Ebony Anastasia stuff that I got from Ulta, and we're just going to be doing this. Sometimes I have to do my brows a couple of times because my brows end up, not working for me, which makes me, have to do it over and over and over again. So if that happens, just, stick with me. And let's go. So I'm gonna use this to brush my eyebrows up like this. And then after that, I'm going to be dipping this in here. I'm gonna do the side, the other side, and then dip. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this brow first. I always do this brow first. Why? I don't know. I just do it. And I always start with the top. I know a lot of people say, start with the bottom, don't color on the top. That's how I do my brows, that's how I like it, that's how I'm gonna do it, okay? So, I just gently start about right here, because when I come up here, I'm gonna do lighter. So I'm gonna start about here and do like a little swoop. All right, so that is the top of my brow. I don't know, this camera's not focusing in. That's the top of my brow. I went a little bit over top of my hairs, and then I'm gonna be coloring it in, and then I'm gonna go to the bottom line. Okay, so I'm gonna dip my brush in a little bit more of the stuff. Excuse me, and then I'm gonna be going to the bottom line. And if you guys see how I did that, I just made it touch the top line there as a little, you know, finish of my brow. And then I'm just gonna be coloring it into the shape and thickness that I want it. I always use my finger to kind of like, to kind of like slant it, to kind of like, how do I explain it? To kind of shape it. And then I'm gonna start with the top right here, and I'm just gonna go lightly. So as you guys can see, I have the rest of my brow finished, and I'm gonna be taking this size, like the side up here, and I'm gonna be swooping it up because I don't want the top to be too dark, like, you know, dark as the back, because it just doesn't look right. So you wanna make sure you go up and do like light strokes. You wanna go the same direction as the hair is growing in. All right, so that is my first brow. Next, I'm just gonna be doing the other brow the same way I did the first brow. Alright guys, so that is my brows. Usually I make them thicker, but today I guess they just turned out thin. I'm just gonna leave them like this because I don't want to mess them up. And if you guys, have you guys ever heard that saying? They say that your eyebrows are sisters and not twins. Your eyebrows are not gonna be perfect, you know, the same size, same thickness, same like, you know, shape. They're not gonna be the same size. They're sisters, they're not twins. So these are my eyebrows. I think they look, you know, pretty close to me. And after that, I'm gonna be putting on my foundation. All right, so the foundation that I'm gonna be using is this MAC. I got it in the color NC40. I got this, I got it at the MAC store, but they told me, like, they did the color testing for me, and this is the color that they told me. So I'm just gonna be putting a little bit right here. And then I'm going to be using my beauty blender. I got this wet because it like absorbs the water, and it makes the foundation go on really easy, and it actually inflames the beauty blender. It makes the foundation go on like really nice. So I'm just gonna be dapping like that and putting it all over my face. Putting it under my chin because I want my chin to match my face. I don't want my chin to be light and my face to be dark. And if you guys notice, I started putting my foundation over here. Why? Because like I said, over here, I get really flaky, and if I start up here, it's gonna look even worse. Therefore, I start right here and I move my foundation up into the flakiness. And then I'm just gonna be doing the other side. Okay, and then I'm gonna go for my nose. Make sure you go under your nose and close your mouth for your top lip. All right, and then I'm gonna move up to my forehead. So you notice I was using this for the bottom half because my bottom half of my face is bigger, obviously. I'm gonna be doing the pointy part for my top, therefore I don't mess up my brows. And just put a little bit like that and just start dabbing away. Okay, and then as you guys notice, I did not put any under here because I put my concealer under there, and I want my concealer to kind of pop out because sometimes I do eyeshadow. Today I'm not gonna do eyeshadow, but sometimes I do eyeshadow and I like my concealer to look really light compared to the rest of my face. So after that, I'm just gonna do a little bit on my neck, like move down like this. Like I said, so it kind of matches. And I'm not gonna go all the way down my neck because I kind of want it to be like an ombre type of look, if you want to call it. Just go down like that. so next thing next, after my foundation, I'm going to be doing my concealer. I do my concealer only on the bottom of my eyebrows. I don't do it on the top. I just do the bottom, and then I do a little bit right here, okay? So I got this concealer called Tarte Shape Tape. I got this from Ulta. I got it from Ulta, and it's actually a really thick stick. So this is what the stick looks like, and I usually like remove some of the concealer because I don't want it to be too much concealer. I'm gonna start down here. I'm just gonna do a little swoop. So I'm gonna do about that much concealer. It's probably too much for my face, but we'll make it work. All right, so I got that, and then after I do that, I'm gonna be blending it in because I've noticed that when I wait to do that and then move next to my eyebrows, the concealer is harder to dab in. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender again to dab the concealer in. You wanna dab it in and not like smear it down, because when you smear it down, for me, for my face, it makes it more flaky. Everybody does their face differently. So this is just, like I said, what works best for me. And that's what I'm going to be doing because this is what I always do. Alright, so now after I have my concealer on my face right here, I'm going to be putting it on under my eyebrows. Just a little bit at a time. So I usually do about that much. And after I do that, I get my Luxbox 336 concealer brush, and I just outline it. After I outline it, I'm gonna be dabbing it with my beauty blender. So this is what I make it look like. I make sure I outline the under my eyebrow. And then after I outline it, I use this to dab away, to blend it in. And then I'm gonna be taking this Magic Collection brush, and I'm going to be smearing it in like a straight motion like this. Alright, so I make it look like this. You can see it a little bit, not too much, because I don't like when you can see it like a lot and it just stands out and you can actually be like, oh, she has a, you know, a dark line right there on her face. So that's all that I do. After I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be doing my highlighter. I put my highlighter just about like right here on my cheekbone a little bit, because if I was to do blush, I'll put blush in between the contour and the highlighter, but I'm not gonna be doing blush. I'm gonna put a line on my nose and then some on my lip right here. All right, so for my highlighter, I got this Kylie Jenner vanilla highlighter. It looks like this. And then I got this brush that I got from MAC 224. It's my highlighter brush. Just gonna get a little bit like this and then put it on my face. I like to go up a little bit because I feel like it makes my highlighter look so much better. And then I go back and add more if I want more. Just circular motions if you like. And then I'm gonna be doing some on my nose. Just a line like that. On my nose. And then after I do my nose, I'm gonna be doing my lip right here. I just dab it on. To make sure it looks like that. Next, after that, I'm going to be doing my lipstick. I've been using this Kylie Jenner 20 lip liner. It's like, honestly, I don't even know how you make this lip liner go up. I don't know if that's all that she gives you, whatever. You can tell that I have been using it because look how low it's gotten. Well, yeah, there's the color. Let's see that. And then I'm gonna take this matte lip gloss that I got from Ulta. It's the color Oyster Girl, and I'm going to be, you know, mixing that together. So I usually just outline the top of my lip like that. I don't do too much because I don't want too much, and then I do the bottom. Alright, so after I outline it, you can tell I have my outline on. I'm going to be putting my lip gloss in the middle. And then I'm going to be rubbing it together. I'm going to put just a little bit more. And therefore I get this kind of color. Too much on my upper lip. All right, there we go. Now the last thing that I do is just my finishing spray, and that is all I do for my everyday makeup look. I got this MAC Prep and Primer Fix spray. Looks like this. And I'm just gonna be spraying it all over my face, keeping it a little distance because I don't want it to get too wet, you know? And then I let that dry. And yeah, guys, that is all I do for my everyday makeup look. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give this video a fat thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be posting every single day on this video, not missing any days because I love giving you guys content. And that is the end of this video, guys. I will see you guys later. I'm out, guys. Bye.